What's up, everyone? Rickety Rocket here, coming to you from Laguna Beach in Southern California, diving at Divers Cove, enjoying every minute of this dive. We are deep in the water, about 25 feet actually, so it's not really that deep, but it's a beautiful dive. We are exploring the corals, we're checking things out. We see a lot of fish, a lot of life. And definitely see all the kelp that's growing in this area. Now that fish right there is a sheep's head. I don't know if it's a male or a female. I think the females are the silver ones and the males are these colorful ones, but I could be wrong. I'm really not an expert on my fish identification, but the few fish that I do know are those right there and my Garibaldis, which is a California state fish. Those are the orange ones that you'll be seeing very soon around here, because they come around, they just kind of look at us and try to figure out who we are, blowing bubbles, sounding like a freight train underwater. But you'll see them, and yeah, it's a beautiful dive. My friend Damon, very good diver, he is under these structures. He really likes to hunt. Of course, unfortunately, this is a no-hunt zone, so there are those Garibaldis right there, those orange ones. Now he's telling me here that he found a shark. I don't know exactly what kind of shark it is at this point until I actually get down there and try to stick the camera in there. But with the ocean waves on top, it's kind of moving us around. The camera doesn't show these movements, but there we bump into each other and, kind of try to avoid each other there. But he puts his light down there so he could see it and show me. I try to stick my camera in there so that way I could see it. But of course, it doesn't do it any justice. But you can see it right there. It had a couple spots on it. It looked like a leopard shark, but then again, I really don't know. There was also a bunch of lobsters down there, and they're huge because they know that divers can't hunt them, so they get pretty big. And there's we did 2 dives on this, so there's another dive that we went on, and, well, actually, I stand corrected. This very dive is really, really long. We were underwater for an hour, and this is just a 6-7 minute video. I know you don't want to see me diving for an hour. It's pretty boring. And then it gets pretty cold down there, so. But anyway, yeah, we saw some lobsters that were probably as long as my calf, from my foot to the crevice of where my leg bends. That's how big they were, because it's a no hunting area. They grow very, very big. Anyway, I'm rambling on here. So what you see here is a 360 camera. It's the 360 1RS. It's inside of an underwater housing, and the flaw of this camera is the housing gets shown when you point the camera down. Because it's 360, it does look around and it records everything around you, and you got to tell it where to go through the Insta360 studio. But this stitch mark doesn't work with the bottom of the housing, so that's why you see that particular, I don't know what it looks like diamond shape kind of thing. That horrible. But yeah, so it's something that I gotta work around, and that's a rockfish that he's pointing at right there. It's just hiding in there. They're really trippy to look at, because it's a no hunting area. You can't hunt that. But I hear they're pretty tasty. Anyway, so this is where we're at. We're approaching the very end of the reef structure here. We're just kind of cruising along. We're going to go down about 35 feet in a little bit, because this structure actually goes down a little bit further. It's just like a mountain range underwater. It's really beautiful. My goodness, the life that's on this structure is unbelievable. At this point of the video, we really don't see too much, but I think this was like the smoothest transition of the video that I recorded. It is really quiet. All you hear is my bubbles. It's beautiful. And you just listen to it. It's quiet, it's serene, it's calming. You're just floating. You're not touching the floor. And, just kind of neutrally buoyant. Now we were diving with two other people, and my second video that I'm going to bring out will be another one of Damon and I going into a crevice looking at some lobsters that are really big, and a structure that we had to actually crawl inside a little bit to see the bigger lobsters. Now look at this. This is that reef structure that we're at 35, almost 40 feet. And look how big this thing is. It's just humongous. Now the camera does give it a kind of wide angle view, so it looks a little bigger than what it is, but it is huge, and this is towards the end of this dive. At the end of this video here, because I don't want to record for a full straight hour. It just makes editing difficult, and I'm very new at this. I do appreciate you all watching this video. I hope that you like it. I hope you subscribe. Follow me on YouTube and tell me what you think, So have a good day. I hope you enjoyed it, and peace.